Who's a fat boy?
Podcast Fat Boy.
And hello, I am Matt Duncan. You are listening to Podcast Fat Boy. We are back with episode 29, and we are in the fall right now, folks. The weather is to my liking. The leaves are dying, falling off the trees, and the weather's cool. The humidity that was discussed in the last episode is no longer with us. Thank the heavens. There's nothing like feeling humidity in late September like that. It's a very strange feeling, and it really throws me off. I think it throws a lot of people off. Some people love it. Some people love as much hot weather as they can get. Some Canadians don't like that it gets so cold in the winter. I am not one of them. I like to wrap up in many a things if I can. So it is fall, and my birthday is approaching in a couple weeks. I can't believe it's been almost a month since the last episode. We were doing so well. What happened? I had 2 weeks in a row that I did episodes. And you know what? I've been so busy exercising and, losing weight that I don't know why. I kept procrastinating recording. I don't know what held me back other than things were going good. I thought that as soon as I started feeling a lot better and comfortable with exercising that I'd have all kinds of crazy updates and it would be great. But really, there aren't too many updates other than the fact that I have lost 11 pounds in about a month and a half to 2 months. So that's pretty good. That's a healthy amount. It's not, it's about two pounds a week, maybe a little bit less. So that's okay. And really it's, the changes are playing hockey twice a week. And then I got my exercise bike back that I haven't used in years. And I've been, when I don't feel like going out to the gym or going for a bike ride or a run, which I would never do, I can just bring that exercise bike out while I'm watching TV and crank off a 30 minutes of cardio. No big deal, okay? And it really helps. It helps control my eating. It helps control my drinking. That's the thing. Like, you really realize that once you start exercising and feeling better because of it, that you probably felt pretty depressed and, a lot to do with your diet and drinking alcohol is based on that depression, which I definitely have. It's something that I fight with all the time, I've got a lot more free time right now. I'm not getting as much work as I used to from the company that I've been working for 12 years. And it gives you this unsettling feeling in your tummy. And thankfully, I've been exercising and I've stayed on that to keep my mind sound, not get into that deep hole and, just drink my sorrows and worries away and eat horrible food. So I'm glad that I haven't gone that route, because I could definitely see me doing that. But I've been exercising, guys. My ice hockey team is horrible. We're so bad. Thankfully it's not just me that's like we're almost equally bad. There's no like real standout guys on the team where it's like, oh, you should be in a different league. It's just a bunch of guys with varying degrees of fitness who can't really play with each other. Hopefully that will change. We've got a lot of games left. I have to play tonight at 10:45. I don't know if you like to work out late, but let me tell you, I do not like to work out that late. I like maybe a latest 9 o'clock, 10:45. That means I get off the ice at like quarter to midnight. I'll be wired. I'm going to be wired. And what can I do? I already blitzed through Mindhunter. Everyone's been watching Mindhunter. It's a great show about how they started to profile serial killers. It's David Fincher everywhere. It's Seven. It's Zodiac. He's directed a bunch. It's that great feel of his best movies. I love it. But unfortunately, yeah, like what am I supposed to do? Watch Fuller House? I tried watching that. I don't need Kimmy Gibbler to be more than a punchline on that show. She's like normal. No. Too much has changed. It is really weird how all these like 90s there's such nostalgia for the 90s, which I have too. And all these shows are coming back, even if it's just like, a one season special or like some kind of sequel or something like that. It's funny how like we miss shit. We miss shit in the short term. No one's going back and doing an I Love Lucy reboot. I mean, the cast is R.I.P. Well, you know what I mean? Like, starring Emma Stone and Ricky Martin. That is who I'm going to cast in an I Love Lucy reboot. So get ready for that, Canada, CTV, or CBC, whoever wants to do it first. Put them in the good slot right before Murdoch Mysteries, so they get all the grandmas. All the grandmas are going to be watching, baby. Oh, man. So I did say I lost weight, right? You wanted that update? Be getting on the scale. I've been trying to drink more water. Obviously, when you're exercising, your body forces you to drink water. But, yeah, like I haven't been drinking pop. I haven't been drinking as much beer and stuff. I've noticed that I'm not finishing my whole plate of food and then, licking every portion, every smear food off of it anymore. I don't need to do that. I'm paying attention to my body when it's like, I've had enough. But I'm always fucking hungry now. I guess because my metabolism's finally not just speeding up, but like turned back on. I feel like it was completely off. It just like quit. It quit its job. It was like, if you're not going to contribute to this, then I'm going to take a vacation and never come back. But, with some metaphoric letters of love to my metabolism, it seems to have come back. And while hesitant in my belly, it seems to be getting the burn going again, which is nice. So I'm kind of dealing with this always being hungry feeling, and not trying to gorge carbs, which are my favorite. I will also say that I've been taking this vegan protein powder, as I've talked before. It's Vega Protein, it's called. And it's got like 6 servings of greens and antioxidants and, natural, none of that horse shit waste stuff. And I have probably 1 scoop left. I have never in my life finished protein powder. I had a huge bucket here, a humongous bucket that you could put, people buy cement in huge buckets or turpentine or something like that. It was huge. I could not finish it. Could not. Ended up throwing out just heaps of powder into the green bin, which has since been scattered among the fields. So yeah, that's quite an accomplishment for me. Okay. I'm pretty happy about that. A little update on the eczema. Remember I mentioned on the last episode that I had eczema. Still kind of an issue. It's getting a bit better. I've had to get away from the mint body wash stuff. I think that was irritating it, especially that Dr. Brumner stuff. I don't know if I've talked about Dr. Brumner before, but you'll notice it's a bottle and it's just got like a guy selling elixir in the 1800s, and it's all written on the bottle. Diluted for this, for your laundry. Do your dishes with this. 1 pot this, 1 pot that, and you can use it for anything. So I've been using it in the shower. I was for a while, and it is, when you don't dilute it, and you're just diluting it by like putting a little bit of water in your hands, it is really, really powerful. And it burns. And I wonder if that contributed to this eczema stuff that's been happening. I don't really know. I went to a doctor that gave me cortisone cream. I kind of used it. Kind of freaks me out using, shit like that. So I've been, I switched to a different lotion. I'm not using like a mint. I'm just trying to avoid the mint. And I also bought at the health food store, it looked like an old bar of Toffee that's supposed to be soap that is good for eczema. It looks like when you're at the movies and you used to eat the toffee and you'd pull out that big, what was it called? I don't know. It had like argyle pattern on it. And that's what the bar soap looks like. It doesn't have a very nice scent. It's just like goat's milk and I don't know, whatever other fats they could find. But it does seem to soothe the eczema problem. So I've been using that little bar of toffee and it seems to help. So, there's many different things. You also got to have cool showers. Okay. Apparently, hot showers, bad for eczema. So that's not very fun, having cool showers all the time. Do not like that. But you got to do it. You got to get rid of it, guys. So yeah. Other than eczema, I guess, I wanted to mention that, thank you to those who listened to the podcast and voted on iTunes. I had a lot of ratings, did a bit of a ratings blitz a few weeks ago, and now I've got 7 or 8 ratings on iTunes, which means that, guys, it's just a simple little thing. Go to my website. There's a button there you can click. Takes you right to the page, and it helps me get up on the charts so more people can see the podcast on the iTunes charts and stuff like that. It'll appear more. It's not lost in this world of millions of podcasts where there's no ratings, not enough to generate. Horrible. It's very difficult to get these, and I would imagine it's only going to get more difficult because Apple is one tough cookie, and people are starting to hate them, and eventually it's going to go back. I can feel Apple going back down where people don't really know anything about them. It's going to get back to that. I feel like, in a way, someone else is going to come out. Apple's time seems like it's almost over. They had a good run. So thank you for those, though, because they do help. They do friggin' help. Now, most people listen to this podcast for a Kim Jong-un update, and the only update I really have about the whole nuclear pending war is that the mountain that he is testing nuclear bombs in is apparently fatigued and on the verge of collapsing because underneath there's tunnels that he's created to blow up these humongous atomic and hydrogen bombs. And the mountain seems like it's going to collapse. And there's some worry that what if it creates a volcano? Would it be like a radioactive volcano? Because it's obviously a highly radioactive mountain. Or if it collapses, then it just will release a plume of radioactive waves off the heap of the mountain and start killing more people than he already is in North Korea. So that's a bit of he's got to chill out a little bit on the underground nuke bombs. He's got to cool it because that mountain's had enough and it's going to collapse like an old puffed out Jiffy Pop. If you've ever made Jiffy Pop on the stove, not where you want to put a nuclear bomb. Okay. It's going to bite you. It's going to bite you in the butt. Oh, so anyways, what's next? Before I get to some world news. I have it written down here, war on raccoons. I know it's not much of a fitness thing, but I'll tell you what is a fitness thing is me always having to clean up garbage when they knock it over. So I fucking drilled into them suckers, not the raccoons, into the bins and put straps on. And let me tell you, it works perfect, folks. It works perfect. If you need me to install straps, I am available for hire. We can work out a price. It will be very cost efficient compared to doing it yourself. You've got stuff to do. You need someone to install these straps. So, I'm starting a new business. Obviously, I need to start thinking about generations of money. Just tweet at me if you need me to put these straps on. And I want to hear all this shit about oh no, it's supposed to be for raccoons. They're supposed to knock over your garbage you need. They're a part of the city ecosystem. I do not agree with that. I think they will stop having as many kids if they can't feed them. Okay? So I am a warrior against it. And if you want to eat garbage, go to the neighbor next door who doesn't have straps. Okay, I think you remember months ago, Went to a vegan restaurant called Doomies, and I have been waiting. I've been like, oh, I hope that the Toronto Star likes to take, fast food and send it to the lab and then tell you how much shit is in it, right? So they finally have done this with this popular vegan Big Mac alternative that I had on that previous episode. I think it was the first one after I got back from Maui. And I'm going to tell you just what is in this sucker. Now, looking at it, it is, it's an ugly looking burger. For one, from what I remember, it was a humongous burger. It was too big. I think one patty definitely would do it. The patties were way too big. So already half this burger is all you need to eat. You do not need to eat the whole thing. It's a huge ass, a Big Mac alternative, as they say. I think they call it the Pappy D or a Big D. They call it the Big D. It was previously called the Mac Daddy. No, we got to stop that. It's not a pimp. It's not a pimp. So, how many calories do you think that sucker, the vegan Big Mac at Doomies, has? And it came in at 868 calories for the Doomies Big Mac. 20 grams of fat, 1,500 milligrams of salt, 124 grams of carbs, and 49 grams of protein. Whoa, bro, that's a lot of protein. So if you want to fucking beef up, you gotta rip some curls on the bicep. You might want to take some chomps out of this burger. 49 grams. Wow, protein powder is usually 20 grams. So I mean that's a healthy portion though. That's huge. It might, and then you add fries to that. It's gonna be another 300 to 400 calories. So 1,100 calories all in for that meal. When I had it, I got the cheesy shit on the fries, and we had jalapeno poppers there too. So, man, I must have been flying around 2,000 calories. But the main difference is there's no dairy in it. There's no eggs, no meat, nothing like that. So you're not getting any cholesterol. You're not getting any cholesterol, so that's a plus. And the Big Mac itself from McDonald's is around 550 calories, and it is a much smaller burger. And whenever you eat a Big Mac, you don't really feel full. And you know why I love Big Macs, but it's like eating this burger, if you don't feel full after, geez Louise. I think you'd feel full after half the burger. So that's the breakdown there. Essentially, I think some people might have been shocked by it, but how it compares to, like, say, Harvey's veggie burger has 375 calories. Kelsey's has an original Roadhouse no-meat portobello burger that's 810, so that's close. But yeah, like, it's really the size of it for me. Like, the patty's way too big. But and they're not trying to say that this is healthy. They're trying to say that, vegans can do junk food too. We can do the shit that's available everywhere for meat eaters all the time, where they can have a greasy meal. But at the end of the day, is it healthier? That is still up for debate. Between the meat eaters and the plant eaters, I think that the Doomies burger is healthier. I feel healthier eating it, even though it's still, fatty garbage. So that's the gist of the Doomies vegan burger. Check it out at Doomies. It's pretty good. It's on the secret menu. You got to ask them. Can I get the Big D? Can I get some Big D? No, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. Okay. Don't ask for some Big D. Just ask for the Big D and tip your cap and be very cordial. Okay. Next article that I found from ScienceDaily.com. This is a site that I like to go to for more, more scientific stuff. And, I hate shit. I hate stool. So whenever I see an article that is about, what in your poop can tell you and all this shit, apparently you can tell by looking at your stool if you can lose weight. And that is by... It all goes back to that gut bacteria. Like, what kind of gut bacteria do you have? And apparently, if you don't have this certain kind of bacteria in your intestine, then it's, eating fruits and vegetables and high fibers and whole grains and all this stuff. It might not help you lose weight at all. It's just that they're finding out. I think it's called Prevotella. Prevotella. Yeah, that's the bacteria. So I don't know if you can ask your doctor about it. How's my Prevotella count? But apparently if you're trying to lose weight and you don't have this kind of bacteria, it can hinder, that's why some people just can't lose weight. And they're like, oh, I'm genetically predispositioned to be overweight. So that might be one of the reasons, more than just genes, or maybe that is a part of the genes. I find that interesting. I hate the idea of having to, send shit away to be looked at. That is, man, people that have to look through shit as part of their job, and people that love it, people that are like, this is my passion, to look through people's shit and figure out how the body can work better. God bless them. Maybe that's a career change I need to do. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, I've always been really afraid to do CrossFit because I always feel like it's too intense and like I'm going to strain myself and vomit. And, I've been worried that I'd hurt myself. And I've talked on this show before that, I really take my time with working out and I kind of gradually get into it. Like I just started to get into working out with weights again. I just kind of like have gradually gone through doing cardio. So now I'm like, lightly getting back into it again. And, it turns out there is a rare condition that can make exercise deadly if you overexert yourself, whether it be cardio or lifting weights. So guys and gals that go beast mode at the gym and are like going way over, their limits all the time. There's essentially an unknown condition that breaks down your muscle fibers and it leaks toxins into your blood. And it's called rhabdomyolysis, rhabdo for short, and it can lead to kidney failure. So especially if you're a new person, this is why I always say to really take your time. Don't, go at your own pace and don't overstress yourself when you're exercising. It's like, you don't have to listen to me. Just I'm an old shitty, used to be a trainer 10 years ago, but anyone's telling you to take it easy, that's the advice you can take, okay? Because it can happen to anyone. It can happen to guys that are like professional CrossFit guys or triathlon people. It's just if you push your body too much, some people get this, and like some of the if you want to know some of the symptoms of it is just like irregular heartbeat, dark pee, confusion, obviously muscle swelling and pain, really bad swelling and pain, stuff like that. So just be careful. Make sure if you are doing CrossFit, you're with people that know what they're doing and they, will know how to instruct you on how to lift a fucking tractor tire over your head. Jesus. That stuff's fucking scary. Can't do it, folks. I don't like being yelled at either. Okay. I'm very sensitive. Other thing that I'm sensitive to is the plague, the bubonic plague. You guys all might know Madagascar as a fun kids movie with celebrities doing voices. But it's also a country that has the plague and has had about 680 cases this year of the plague. The plague. The bubonic plague. I'm not laughing at it. It's like a nervous laugh. It's terrifying. The fact that it, fleas bite infected rats and then they bite you. It's like fleas can give you the plague. Oh my God. Just like in medieval times. Fitness wise, it's a health inquiry for sure. How does that travel? Can it go from Madagascar to here? Could those fleas get on a plane and fly over here and like, I don't want the plague. Oh man. Like I don't know what's worse, having your, it's one of the tough things about living back then, as much as I'd love to go to the theater and watch Shakespeare in the 1600s, fear of the plague, like Shakespeare would have to do like a plague stock, like we did SARS stock in Toronto. He would have to do like a concert get together with some of the awesome musicians of that time. Bruce Springsteen's great grandfather, Elton John's great grandma. And am I going back far enough? That's about right? Yeah. They definitely, there's definitely in the 1600s, they're all the same musicians, just like their paternal or maternal grandparents of some sort. That's how the world works. That's how everything keeps flipping. You keep flipping the pages. You know what I mean? Wow, we've made it to 25 minutes, guys. This is exciting. This is episode 29. This is it for the 20s. Did you enjoy the 20s? I'd just like to say thanks again for listening and rating. I really appreciate it, guys. The journey continues. I'm still trying to lose weight. Haven't hit the plateau yet. And yeah, like I'm really excited to get down below 200, which was my goal. And I got those fucking new pictures coming up. So I'm hopefully I got some sweet driver's license and health card picture coming up that I'll be happy with for the next 5 years. So I got to get working. Maybe I'll tape my neck or something to make it look fucking, nice and skinny, baby. And yeah, I guess one last thing I'll say is thanks for all the support. The cat is out of the oven. And the commercial I was talking about, that person that was the best at their sport in the world was Sidney Crosby. And yeah, I got to shoot a commercial with him. So thanks for all the support. People seem to like it. I'm always on the fence about my own commercials because, there's a big part of me that hates myself immensely. So, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So thanks again, guys. Keep, breathing some of that fresh air out there. Go for a walk, go for a bike ride, and, don't lift tractor tires over your head unless you've got a qualified CrossFit, insane, hopped up, steroid-ridden motherfucking instructor who you can trust. Peace.